Hostile World. What going on, man? Hostile
We
Bros
both
are
here.
back this week with
Boy, heavy.
another episode of the Hostile Bros Talk Show, Hardwood and AstroTurf podcast. Peoples, welcome again. Welcome to another week of some good fun, some good discussion, and good banter. Um, got Rayvon in the building, got your boy Hacks in the building. Good to see you guys again for another week. As always, it's good vibes, good energy all the time. So we here live. Peoples, if you are in the stream, I would like you please to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, and you watch and you listen a little bit and you like what you see, I would suggest for you to subscribe to this channel. Also, peoples, we got the audio version coming out right after the stream or thereabout on Spotify. So if you at work, if you on the road and you want something to listen to, you want some good discussion in your ears at whatever point in time in the week or day, we got that for you as well. So just head over to Spotify, type in Hastro Bros, and you will find our episodes there. Fellas, how has the week been, man? Hakim, let me start with you. How was the week?
Man, the weekend was hype. The weekend was hype. The weekend was hype. All the activities this weekend, sports, parties, Super Bowl. It was a party. The Super Bowl did not disappoint. I watched
It
the
didn't.
entire game, and what a game! What a game! We may dive into that later on for sure, but like I said, that weekend was good. The weekend was good.
How about the week?
Man, the week no start, but so far the week has been pretty chilled.
Oh, last week.
Uh,
You know what I mean, last week.
last week wasn't too bad. It was chilled. It was chilled. Work, gym, a lot of food. Just staying relaxed and staying chilled. But it was a good week. It was a good week. Progressive week.
Man sound like he bulking up, Rayvon boy.
It's true, boy. That's before
Um,
you talking about food on your mind, boy. Food
try,
on your
try,
mind
try to
all
put
the
on all
time.
size. Try to put on all
man,
size.
trying to find that way. How about you though, Rayvon? How was the week, man? How was
Man,
things?
I had a chill week last week. I can't complain. Get
Mm-hmm.
outside, getting a little exercise, play some basketball. My boy here hats. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I had a decent time. The weekend was pretty smooth. The Super Bowl game was pretty exciting. As I can see, we can get into that a little bit. The NBA week was also quite exciting, but it's get overshadowed by the build up to Super Bowl. Excited for what's coming next week for the NBA, for the All Star game, All Star Saturday night. So looking forward to talk about that today on the stream with you guys.
Good
How's your
stuff.
week been,
Good
Hans?
stuff. My week's been cool. My week's been chill like yours. Nothing too crazy going on. Got to play some volleyball and some football this weekend, so
Nice.
that was good. I
How's the
did
playoffs
not
going?
tune in live to the Super Bowl. Say that again.
How the playoffs going with the football?
Oh, the team forfeited, and I think it's because it was Super Bowl weekend.
They
So
forfeit because of Super Bowl.
yeah, bro. I I guess plus two, like we in the bottom four. So I
Mhm.
don't think they really cared about fighting for fifth place. Um, so it is what it is. There are eight teams in the league and they forfeited, I guess, because they got nothing to lose really. It's not like anybody getting trophies
They
anyway.
can't. Mhm.
So might as well hang out with your friends and go watch the Super Bowl if that's what you're into. But
Mhm.
I still went and got a little bit of exercise, got a little kick around, run around with the guys. Well, some of the guys.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was cool. It was good. Had a lot of learning this week too that I'm excited about. But that's a tangent in any case. But I had a good week and looking forward to a better one um
This
this
week,
week
boy.
coming.
Mhm.
So let me not waste too much time but dive into what we got lined up for the discussion today. First of all, we talked about it just now. We mentioned it. Super Bowl. Your boy Patrick Mahomes. Some people may say, arguably, one of the, if not the best quarterback to ever play the game. Hakeem, what are your thoughts on that comment and just the overall vibe and feel
Heat,
of the
heat off
Chiefs
the rip.
winning?
I feel like that be jumping the gun a bit. I feel like to say Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback to ever play the game is a bit premature. We're not at that stage yet. But I can
Who's
say
better than him?
but I can definitely say he's one of the best to ever play. And statistically, he already has 3 Super Bowls. He's not even 30 years old as yet. The man is clearly on the same trajectory as Tom Brady. And
Tom
obviously,
Brady for
Tom,
sure.
Tom Brady is the GOAT. So he's definitely like he's
Really?
right now, the whole journey build
Okay.
up to the Super Bowl and definitely after he won, you've been seeing a lot of memes and videos of the baton being passed from Tom Brady to Mahomes. And even during one of the commercial breaks during Super Bowl, they actually had some animation with Tom Brady running a relay and passing the trophy to Patrick Mahomes, and, and then Patrick Mahomes started spinning. So
That's like
definitely
the
to me,
cheesiest concept ever.
but it was but it was hilarious because it was pretty good animation. It was hilarious, but definitely Patrick Mahomes is
Mm,
definitely one of the best. He's the comeback king. I think he's 9-2 when he's been trailing in postseason games. So he when he's trailing, it doesn't phase him. And as
mhm.
San Francisco, they had a pretty good start to the game. It wasn't as high scoring as the previous Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
it was exciting. It was neck and neck,
A lot of field
and
goals were scored.
a
That's
lot of
was
field goals, a lot
interesting.
of field
Yeah.
goals.
Hmm.
I think the it was my first time ever seeing overtime where both teams actually had a bite at the apple. That's something that you don't normally see. Normally, you flip the coin. Team that chooses to get the ball first or wins the coin toss. Once they get the first touchdown, the game is over. So I was really happy to see that both teams had a bite at the apple. As I said, that made it even more
Yeah.
exciting. And it came. There was one play that really sticks out to me throughout the that game. I think it was in overtime. The Chiefs had to get 1 yard. It was 4th and 1. So basically, they had to get 1 yard to get the 10 yards. If San Francisco was able to prevent them from getting 1 yard, they would
It
have
would
been
have been the
Super
game.
Bowl champions. And
Hmm.
I
Yeah. I think
it came
that's
too clutch.
when Patrick had a
I think he
rush.
ran the ball. I think he
Yeah.
ran the ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he ran the
Exactly.
ball.
Yeah.
It's really.
Uh,
And he ran it
uh,
up to like the 40 line. Like
s-
that was pretty good.
And he got
uh,
some distance on that run. That's what had me so insane. When the
yeah,
defense just
Yeah.
lapsed,
yep.
they had the game in their hands.
1 yard,
The
maybe
defense
one
just
yard,
lapsed.
1 yard. And I,
Yeah.
I, I saw that there were times that where Chiefs looked like, okay, these guys might be out. And they just find a way. I don't know if the other team, I can't say the other team choked because they played outstandingly well to me. There was 1 or 2 errors. I mean, both teams had errors, but it's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. The guy finds a way to come back. He just can't. You
Mhm.
don't want to bet against him. Like it can't. And he didn't have a brilliant game. He actually didn't play well at all. Up to
I
maybe the
think the other
last
quarterback actually, to
outplayed him at
me,
first.
like,
Outplayed him.
yeah, yeah, he
Yeah, to me,
was he
Yeah.
he did.
was
In the
a
first
lot
half.
better, a lot more
In the first
Yeah,
precise.
half.
Yeah.
I found Patrick Mahomes was hesitating a lot. I guess the defense for 49ers were really good, so it
He
was
got
a
sacked like
lot,
Hmm.
twice
a lot of
in the
players were not
game.
open for him. And for some reason, I don't know which boggles my mind. Travis Kelsey had 1 receiving yard in the first half. 1 yard? Like, what? So, Travis Kelsey got heated on the touchline. We don't know what was said, but that kind of worked. And then in third quarter, he definitely got some more catches. And I think that was a somewhat of a turning point in the game. But kudos to Mahomes. He found a way when it truly count. And at the end of the day, it's about the win. So it's not
Hey,
about how you play, it's about the win.
quarterbacks are not great without their catchers on the wing or the men in the middle.
Have to is a team play, it's a team sport.
As
It have
Hmm.
you
yeah,
need your receivers.
so when you call one man name, I think you gotta call the other players' names because they're the ones making most of the plays happen, make it,
Hmm.
you know, like scoring the points, like for
But,
real,
but
taking
you
the
gotta get
hits
the
and
ball. If
everything.
the quarterback can't find you there, spell how free you may be. You can have acres of land.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, you could have
Hmm.
bought land there and be free there and set up shop. If that quarterback can't find you in that space,
Yep.
you're no good to the team. So I said Patrick Mahomes
So
came out. Mm,
you just proved my point. Basically, each man need each other. So hey, you gotta call both players. Quarterbacks can't be
Um,
true.
great without great runners. So
Well,
yeah, that's for every team sport, bro.
you can have an average runner. Once you got a good quarterback, he can elevate the other players around him.
Yeah, I think NFL is one of these sports where the importance of the quarterback is super magnified. I
Oh,
don't know
most
if you guys
definitely.
got that same.
I
Most
think the
definitely.
defense
But
is should be the real superheroes for
no way,
NFL.
nah,
But you
cannot.
can't.
Yes,
But
because they have
you
to
can't.
protect the quarterback. They
After
have
that
to.
game, well, if you're looking at it from okay, I thought you mean the team on defense that playing only defense. I understand what you're saying though, but
No, no, no.
yeah,
Yeah,
But that's still, well, that's still. I guess they're protecting the quarterback, but that's still be considered the offensive line. But
yeah, exactly. I just can't say that's still offensive. I thought you mean defense as in
yeah, I
the
get where he's
no,
team
coming
no,
on.
from.
no.
I
Well,
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Let me
The
hear you.
quarterback still gonna make the passes at the end of the day.
Yes, he gonna make the
To,
passes.
to
All right. The
that's the
kickers
most
gonna
critical
kick.
thing: moving the
All
ball to the
right,
touchdown line.
bro.
Move.
The ball could only get there if the runners like nifty. Yes, the ball gonna get to them. They gotta make the catch, and bro, the catchers and the runners gotta do so much. The quarterback got the field in front of him. Yes, he got to make the decision. He got to give you a dime
which is the
piece,
most important, which is the most important.
which is the most important initial play. But after that, bro, these runners go do shimmies, fakes, lefts, right, jumps, straight arms, everything in order to get
Technically
the
speaking,
ball.
right? You could be the quarterback.
Mhm.
You could see players are open. You can make the pass to them. They don't even have to run. They just catch and go down. And a lot of players that was happening a
Yeah,
lot. So it's like you don't need you once you can catch the ball, you don't have to be shifty. You can be slow. You can be 300 pounds, catch that ball, go down. Once you're in a good
you
space,
can't be
go down.
slow. You can't be slow because you gotta be
But
fast enough to find space. You gotta be
you
athletic
don't.
enough to jump for
But is
balls,
they
dive for
the
balls.
but the way the game works, like they're not supposed to be holding you. They're supposed to let you run your route. They're supposed to
Too much attention
essentially
on the quarterback, in my
it's supposed
opinion.
to shadow the runner. But once you can't hold them or prevent them from catching the ball until the ball's been thrown, essentially. So while
Yeah,
they're running the
but
route,
you still gotta be nifty. You still gotta be smart in
you
order
can be the
to
slowest.
shimmy that defender off of you.
Travis Kelsey is not a
Come
fast
on,
man.
but you still
He's not
gotta
a
be
fast.
smart. You still gotta
You
be
got
nifty.
agreed.
You
You got to
gotta
be a little
find
shifty,
space.
but
Yeah,
agreed. But fair.
I get it. I get it. It's like the point guard in basketball most of the time. It's like he's the man that's made a lot of passes, find the players shoot, whatever. Yes, I get it. But at the end of the day, he can't get assists unless the players make the buckets. That's all I saying.
Fair.
I'll take the
It's fair.
comparison. I want
It's
to
a
carry
little.
on this debate more. I still think
It's a little skewed because at least because other
I
players
know.
On the NBA roster they can still make the pass.
Yeah,
No one else is making a pass
comparing
on the
NFL
NFL squad.
comparing the quarterback in NFL is something in NBA is so difficult. You could say maybe a superstar playing in the NBA is equivalent to a quarterback in the NFL, but that's a
Mhm.
difficult comparison I would say to put. But regardless of
Hey,
whatever
I
point you bring
give you
hands, I think at the end of the day, the quarterback is the most important player hands down full stop.
yeah, okay.
I
If
guess
you say
everybody played a part in the engine,
mhm,
part of playing in the engine of the team, but
mhm.
that's like saying your heart in the most critical part to your body. It is. Yes, the other organs is
Is
work
it?
together. Well, without your heart, you on the live. I just saying
Well,
other things.
without you live you in the life either. So hey, if you want to carry that debate, go ahead.
But I just saying that is one of the most that's one of the most important organs in your body. We
Yeah.
know
Mhm.
everything is work together. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a team sport in your body, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, your heart is still the glory part. So I will
Yes,
compare it to that
is
because
the
that's how
most
you put
talked
like it.
about, just like the quarterback. Is the most talked about. And that's fine. That's fair. It's all about perspective and how you see it.
Nonetheless,
Eh, yeah, nonetheless, my favorite play was the double pass. He first pass back and then the pass across for the touchdown. That was immaculate. That was almost like video game scenes um, for that touchdown. And yes, the ball was in the air for quite a bit, but the defense couldn't get it. And so I appreciate that play more than anything else on the play on the game or for that game. Usher halftime performance though, rate it rate it out of 10.
I want to start because I think a lot of people was hyping it up, and it wasn't that grand to me whatsoever. I I know in these types of things, a lot of people that's got a lot of picky things to say about it, but
Mm-hmm.
I can be one of people right now because I just feel like it was super rush. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I just feel like these songs were going. He wasn't giving any of these songs time to breathe until the last one. I would say, like yeah, was the only one that had some sort of length of time. I know the time is
Mm-hmm.
pretty condensed for the Super Bowl, but
Mhm.
I just feel like you start to play Burn and 30 seconds after is another song. 30 seconds after that is another song. And you don't really get to, enjoy the song at least for a little bit. I just feel
Yeah,
like it was kind of rushed and there was a lot of things moving. The
I
dancing
think
was
it was
good. Don't get me
disrespectful
wrong.
that he performed confessions before R. Kelly though.
But I want R. Kelly for that. He would get eggs, tomatoes, potatoes, greens, beans, all sorts
R.
of
Kelly?
things. Sure.
No way, no
That
way,
Dog,
no way. Girls will go wild, boy. No way.
what girls will go well?
Yo,
No
girls will
girls are
go wild.
going well.
R. Kelly, boy.
Come
I can
on,
swear.
boy.
but
You
I
don't
feel like
know R. Kelly.
I feel like for me the halftime performance was alright. I wasn't moved by it. I don't know if it was the sound
Yeah,
system or the bar, but the sports bar, but I wasn't moved by the performance. I felt as if to me Usher has hits, but I'm not the biggest
but
Usher fan. I don't know the most of his songs, but the amount of artists he had up on stage with him made me wonder like how many
yeah, it
hits do
was
you
a
have by
lot.
yourself? Like, do you have hits by yourself that are really still banging today? Because like you might have bro like six artists be, and
Mhm.
it was a
The
lot of
whole
moving
Alicia
parts.
Keys thing.
A lot. It was funny. Was I don't know,
This
man. Though.
man
I
saw
don't.
this man said this
I
man
don't.
said, this man won't leave the married women alone.
I don't know
I
the
don't
memes, but
understand what he trying to
I
get into.
the
The man's
memes,
a
the
little
memes,
demon boy.
the
I ain't gonna lie.
memes, the memes, the memes were quick. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, yo, what's he doing?
I was
I
like,
almost want,
you need all
yeah.
that for?
It
Like
was,
you could have at
they're
least.
entertainers, but the entertainers. I don't know in that industry, but it was like I felt like he went a little over the top. But at the same time, like she improvised quite well. If she wasn't feeling it, she
I mean,
improvised quite well.
yeah, she was
But it
looking
was,
good, but dog, you could have like get you a kiss on. She, hi. Well, I know we got all your body on that woman, and she figure out all sorts of things. Like, do not carry a woman around Usher. Bro,
uh,
issues. That's a lesson learned. Swiss Beats did probably know in a whole scene with that. First Kiki Palmer, no Alicia. Come on, man. Give it a rest,
so
Usher.
so what's your rating though? Like overall, what's your
I would
rating?
give it a 6.5 out of 10. For sure. As I was
Six
saying,
and a
I
half.
feel like it was super rush in terms of these songs. These songs didn't really get time to digest. As Haki was saying, you had quite a few people that come out to sing. I don't think he needed all them people, but
6 or 7
Mhm.
for
that
sure,
was
and it
not.
was
Yeah, yeah. And then at first too, I couldn't really
I was
hear him
wondering if
singing. I
he
don't know if it
needed
was
to
my
like,
TV or
yeah,
what,
same,
but I feel like he
same,
was having some
same,
issues with the microphone or something like that. To be
same,
honest,
mhm.
same.
so the
I
audio
could
plus
tunes,
he wasn't really singing for the most part.
yeah,
Like he
a lot of
was
times because he was dancing as well. He was dancing so much he couldn't even
yeah.
get to sing. And then he come out
Right.
on roller skates. I mean, I know that's saying that ushers do, but
You must slide through my
you're like,
legs. That part floor me. You
yeah, I
must
was
slide
like,
through my legs. Like, huh?
why you sliding through with like arm legs? Be like, all
I
right,
nearly let down the man too. It wasn't even smooth.
yeah,
He nearly let down the man.
I
Boy,
think I might have missed
that
that
was
part.
hilarious.
I was trying to
I
transition,
was,
but I like
How much?
similar to Rayvon. I feel like I gotta give it like a. I think I feel like I'm gonna give it like a 6 or 7, because the last couple performances to me, Rihanna was way better to me. I enjoyed Rihanna's performance.
yeah, I do,
Uh,
and I feel
then the
that you
one
get
before with Dr.
some
Dre and 50
substance
Cent,
out of her song.
I enjoyed that as
Hmm.
well too. I just
Yep.
feel like they
I
were more
agree.
impactful. I'm not even the biggest Rihanna fan in terms of like knowing a lot of her songs, but it
Yeah.
just felt like if after that performance, I felt I went home and searched this Rihanna. So, oh, this song's pretty cool. Yeah, let me Shazam this. I started playing this song. I can't say I was doing it with the Usher songs I heard yesterday.
But
Like
you'll
some of
be,
them were iconic, yes, but I just didn't feel moved. There was nothing that
yeah.
stood out to me specifically. He did a lot of dancing, which I felt like dancing is Usher still, but I feel that people don't
Mhm.
really dance like that anymore. It's kind of like I feel like it's a little
I
dated
think
now, to be honest.
it's less about the dancing. Hakeem. You ain't even had a time to appreciate a single song. That's my whole thing. You can't even say, let me Shazam that because by the time you tackle Shazam, the song is done.
Gone,
He ain't give
gone.
you a chance. He ain't give
Yeah,
you a
gone,
chance.
gone.
So
But
it was
I would say that was
okay.
it was okay. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
ready for. I was ready for the Super Bowl to start back. You know,
Yeah,
that's why it was
correct.
last year. I was like,
Agreed.
Give me some more time. I don't mind another two more songs. I was
Yeah,
finishing
yeah,
out. Oh man, damn, that was a good performance though. But
yeah,
now it was
yeah.
like this year. I was like, is it time yet? It's taking a little long. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's
Correct.
where I rank it for sure. Definitely the worst of the last three that I've watched.
Yeah,
Agree.
fair enough. I actually watched the first minute and 58 seconds and they like cut it off because like I wasn't too sure. But then
Yeah,
when I was reading the group chat, I saw Frisky with Alicia Keys. I was like, huh? So I like skipped to that part and kind of, oh, okay, that's what he's talking about. But then I was just like listening to it in the background and watching in the background while I was doing other things. And what I thought was good was the visuals in terms
Mhm,
of like the color schemes and stuff. That was good.
mhm.
But all the rest to me was like you
yeah,
guys say
he put a lot of effort into that for
garbage.
sure.
So you guys gave him a lot. I would give him a 4. But
Nah, not
anyways,
a four. A four is tough.
hey,
Yeah,
that
I feel
that's
like
that's
the
my
vocals
opinion.
was on point though, at least for the
Yeah,
most
I
part.
mean,
Eh,
and it, yeah,
only when he started to sing those slow songs. Like when he was
Yeah,
transitioning from the white outfit to the blue, I think it was,
yeah,
yeah,
the blue and black,
or
yeah, the
something
water
like that.
skirt, yeah.
When he did a little bit more singing, he moved from a 2 to a 4. But then it just went on to the roller skates thing and
yeah,
back to the whole rush scheme. Like I said, the colorways was cool. But to me, the performance didn't really hit home. But anyways,
yeah,
that's enough for Usher anyway. He got 4 for me and I ain't changing my vote.
yeah.
Um let
I
me
messed
move
with
to
that
the
one.
trade deadline and kind of mention a few trades that kind of stood out for the like we expected. We knew that the trade deadline always bring some action in the last few hours. So right, for I can let you kind of pilot this and kind of tell us what you think was, I guess, the most interesting trade for the trade deadline for this season.
Well, I ain't really want to look at it that way. I prefer to look at it as the winners and losers of the trade deadline because I had some people that made some decent moves, and
Hmm.
you had some people that didn't, that needed to make some decent moves to get better. But first of all, I would say it overall, as I told y'all coming from last week's stream, I felt as though so many of the big trades happened already, like leading up to the trade deadline. I didn't think that it was going to be anything like earth shattering or super surprising that would happen. So as we
Right.
saw, a lot of little tiny tiny little moves. This player that a lot of people probably really don't know get moved to this team and so on and so forth. Because Pascal Siakam, Harden trade, Dame trade, all them happened well before the trade deadline. So not a lot of moving, but I think the biggest winner of the trade deadline to me is the Mavericks. First of all, they
Mhm.
got some nice pieces to go with Luca, and pretty much straight off the bat, we saw in the first game that those guys were going. So the Mavericks got um from the Washington Wizards, what's his name? Daniel Gafford.
PJ.
A nice,
Okay.
yeah, Daniel Gafford. A nice defensive player. He's going to set some good screens and roll hard to the rim. And Luka ain't got another lob track to come up behind the rookie that they got playing. And they actually got rid of Grant Williams, which I thought was a little bit funny that he
Yeah.
left the
Mhm.
Celtics. He left the Celtics to say, I can bet on myself. Going to the Mavericks, and it was just not great. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure he feeling sorry that he didn't go back to the Celtics because he was a real critical piece for their team. I would
He,
say last
he
season,
clearly
but
had to go for the money. It was clearly a money for
yeah,
him,
yeah,
money move for
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. It's a money move for him. Understandably so. He's still a young player too, so you got to at least some point take a chance on yourself. He did it.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
It,
So
it with the consequences.
yeah, on to the next one.
So,
On to the next one for sure. And then
but look at where he
we
gone though.
going to
That's
the Hornets. So for PJ
That's almost
Washington,
like a dead move.
yeah,
well,
that's the gazetteer,
A
gazetteer the
basketball right
NBA
now.
right now. To be honest,
Uh,
to be honest, so that's not a spot.
and
I
they
know
got
he don't
Steph
want to be in that
too.
spot.
So I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
how
yeah,
Charlotte
but
going
they might be better
to fare
next year.
more.
If Lamelo comes back, they might be better next year.
yeah, yeah. All dependent on that. He's the franchise player, we say so. Um,
I
who knows
wonder
where
what
they
it
go?
is.
But if it was them, I'd want to get out of there. I'd want them to trade me somewhere else or buy me out so that I could go out and play for a contending team. Maybe
Yeah,
Grant
next
Williams,
year
I
is a good
don't think would
contract.
do it, but Steph Curry may be on that block because he's got some age on him,
He's a good
and
yeah. He's a good 3 point shooter
yeah,
too. I
he's
mean,
a decent player. Yeah,
yeah.
so we see what happened to those two guys, but the Mavericks got PJ Washington, so they got two, I would say, two pieces that helps them in areas where they're lacking. For Daniel Gafford, defensive rebounding, you got somebody to back up their starting big and play a similar type of style as their starting big that Luca pairs so well with lob threat, great screen setter. And then they got PJ Washington, a versatile forward that could really do a lot of little things on both sides of the court, offensively and defensively. Shoot the tree, um, be a lob threat at the rim, be an offensive creator at sometimes. So great pickups for the Mavericks, and then for the Knicks is the next team that I think did exceptional. The Knicks have been making a lot of solid moves over the past year. They went out and got Bogdanovich, who was on the Pistons, averaging 20 points a game. So the Knicks now get another 20-point per game scorer. They got Rondo
Mhm.
supposed to come back. You got Brunson. You got OG. You got Alex Burks, who came over from Detroit in Detroit as well, a great 3-point shooter. And then they got all the role players like Josh Hart and DiVincenzo who've been actually lighting up over the past couple of weeks for the time that round a bit out. So the Knicks really did a great job, and I feel personally put themselves in contention for to win the East. I would say, really and truly, they put in some chips, and on top of that, they may give up no first round picks through all of this. No first round picks, so they're not setting back themselves in the future either. So they create a framework where they could build and have an opportunity to go and maybe sign some big star in the this off season coming or in the future. So those are my two big winners, Mavs and the Knicks.
Hmm.
I so
They can't.
disappointed in the Nets.
That's got
The
the Dennis
Nets.
Schroeder and Thaddeus Young.
I don't know what the Nets are trying to do right now.
I don't think they know
Like,
either. To be honest, they don't got
like,
direction.
jeez, boy. I was liking the Nets actually. I was. Golly, I hurt, boy. Nets give it Spencer Dinwiddie. Why?
That's a
Why?
very lateral move, I would say. Spencer Dinwiddie,
Bro,
He must have like a I don't want it, apparently, well, not apparently. I want to assume he might have not the best personality in the locker room, because to me he's
I
a pretty
think so
decent
too.
player. He's a pretty decent player, right? But wherever he goes, it's like they can't really get rid of him. It's like
Yeah, and it's like the teammates don't even want support
yeah, so he must have an
support him. You know
awful
what I say?
personality in the
no,
locker room or something going on we
it's
don't know about.
true.
Because to me
Yeah.
he's a pretty decent. He's not high, he's like averaging teens, 20s. He could get there like a low 20s and teens
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
he's cooking, but I don't see where you would give away a good offensive player. Like most teams will take a Spencer
Was
Dinwiddie.
it tension maybe between him and his name
This
just slipped away. Say again?
Bridges, Ben Simmons.
Yeah. No, no.
Oh, Ben Simmons can't go any pull anymore in any organization. he,
Ben Simmons is a bench warmer, big man.
he does not play. I can't
Ben
believe
Simmons
his
don't
That's so
career
play
is.
disappointing.
basketball.
Yeah, his career is going down the drain.
Yeah, Mikhail Bridges is what I was thinking about. Yes.
I
Um.
don't think I feel like Mikael Bridges is somebody that's get along with most people, but I just know for any time called Kuzma pretty much call out. Then really,
Spencer. Yeah.
yeah, like I just feel like the man got a stigma attached to he in regards to feeling that he's a better player than he actually is. If you get what he's
Yeah.
saying, and
mm,
maybe that's the attitude or personality that he has with the team, and that's why the guys don't really get along with, might not get along with him so much. That's this purely speculation, but I feel that
mm,
might be something to do with it because I just feel like the teams are so willing to just get rid of him every time. Like every time you look, Spencer Dinwiddie has been traded for XYZ. Spencer Dinwiddie has been traded for it. You know,
and
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 some
and,
pretty
and,
lateral
that,
moves.
and that no one talks highly of him because you could say the same
Yeah,
about Patrick Beverly, but people at least talk highly about Patrick Beverly. I say
true.
we love to have him. We love to have him on our team.
Yeah, we had to
But
play against him, but yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly. But that being said, the Lakers will happily take Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, we can't
yeah. I saw he's
more
saying he's planning to sign with him.
more offense is good offense. They can't complain. So LeBron probably make it
Yeah,
outright, so we good to go.
yeah. I just can tell you once LeBron is there, he might have more respect. I know, you know. I gotta send my
Or,
down my channel my
yeah,
buddies for this one.
most definitely.
So
um,
so would you say that the Patrick Beverly trade to the Bucks is good for their defense?
I mean, Astor,
not really.
once you have Patrick Beverly in your team, I mean, add no, it adds defense. I mean, who did they give up?
Yeah.
Who did they give up for that trade?
Uh,
Was it Brook? No, Brook.
Cameron
They
Payne, and he
yeah,
get
Cameron Payne. Yeah.
Cameron Payne, and he came off the buyout mark. I'm pretty sure he signed for a very small deal, so it was not a big. And they gave it a pick, a second round pick. So
Yeah, Cameron
I
Payne. I
guess
mean,
I feel like Patrick Berry is more of a
a defensive
team
player.
morale team morale type of booster, and
Mhm.
by extension that will lead to defense because as we always talk about, defense is more effort than anything else, more effort than skill. I would say.
Right.
Skill plays a part in it too, but more effort. And I feel that he's one of the guys that can get the guys fighting on the defensive end, even if they ain't really that good. Like for example, Malik Beasley, he's not that great a defender, but he might
Right.
be able to get more effort from him to help improve the Bucks defense. But I don't think Patrick Beverly alone can shift that defense from where it is to where it needs to be in title contention.
Why one say that for sure? It's not going to shift it heavily, but well, not by himself. But I said if he could,
Mhm.
he has a veteran presence. Obviously, he has a strong personality.
Yeah,
I think I
yeah,
remember
correct.
by the time he got there the first game, he had a board already trying to sit, call plays and do this. So I mean, I
Hmm.
hope it's not.
Yeah,
I wonder if it comes off a little annoying. Like sometimes just simmer down, Patrick. But
yeah,
he clearly has that leadership mentality. So
right.
if, as you said, if his mentality is infectious, where everyone starts
Yeah,
believing in defense, and that's maybe what the coach
yeah,
wants or what Doc
yeah.
Rivers wants, then
That's all they
hopefully
can
that
ask for.
yeah, But him by himself, he's a good defender for his position. As long as he's a pretty good
Yeah,
defender for his position, he's gonna be pesty. He's gonna try to get steals. He might take the charge. He's to me he is an addition. He will have those odd off nights where he gets some good points. You don't really look to Patrick Beverly for high points in any given game, but
exactly.
he's still capable of getting it if need be. You know, he hits some threes every now and then. He get his layups. He do what he has to do. So I think it's a pretty good addition. Not a big trade, but I think it's a pretty solid addition.
Yeah, I don't think it solves anything for them other than the defensive woes slightly, very
Yeah,
slightly. They still got some big problems, and at the end of the day, they need to get better personnel to defend. Hands down. That's my take on that trade.
agreed, agreed.
Mm,
One of the other I
we'll
had
see.
some losers for the trade deadline. I would say the Bulls is a big loser because the Bulls yet again in make a trade in try to get rid of. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody want Levine. No, he injured, but just start to rebuild, please. I sure Bulls fans out there crying, begging, pleading for one to just rip off the my head, trade Vucevic, rebuild around Kobe White. Come on, man.
You would rebuild
Like,
around Wait.
I mean, he's the best young player that they got right now.
But
I think they gotta do something other than.
is he a franchise type player though?
I don't know. I don't know at all. But trade DeMar DeRozan for them to get a chance as a franchise type player. Get some picks, man. Start over. It is
That's
time.
fair. That's
It
fair.
is
That's fair.
time, Bulls.
They
It
have
is
a bunch of
time.
injured players.
Exactly.
They're not
You could see that that team has no direction whatsoever. Just blow it up. And I don't understand why it's taking them so long to actually pull the trigger on doing it.
because I guess they're trying to get
I
one.
mean,
If they could get a good healthy season, if everyone is healthy for one season, they have a good team right there on paper, and they can play, and they're not that old. Lonzo's not that old. Demar probably has another 2 3 years under him. Le, Zach Levine is obviously still a pretty relatively young individual. Vucevic is still in there. I mean, they still have a good core of players, and maybe that's Kobe White, as you said. So if they could get one good healthy season, who knows how far they could go.
I would not bank on that. I would never bank on. If I was the GM, I would not bank on that whatsoever because one, Lonzo out of the question right now.
mhm.
Lonzo out of the question. We know we've seen Demar, Levine, and Vucevic play enough to determine that yo, this ain't really gonna work. Let me let me start over. You got enough
But it's
sample
who
size.
want these players though. That's
That's
the
the
thing.
problem. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know who's gonna want Demar
That's probably
Derozan. I
why
don't
the
know who's
trade
gonna
is
want Zach
so
Levine.
hard to make
What,
But
because
I
you
just
don't
feel
think a
that.
team would want DeMar DeRozan?
Like just saying, I ain't seeing.
but it
Yeah,
don't seem
somebody will
so.
want him. But I just saying, I ain't seeing. All right, the Bulls are
He'd
in
be a good
trade talks with XYZ. They don't seem
he'd be a good
active.
third option. He'd be a good third option.
I guess.
DeMar DeRozan.
I guess. Regardless of who it is, they just don't seem active and talking enough. They don't seem like a team that's really, really ready to restart. I know it's difficult with the injuries, specifically to Zach Levine. But you still got DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic playing on the team. I'm certain the team could probably find a space for DeMar. Vucevic, I don't know so much. That's a kind of a risk with Vucevic, in my opinion. But one of the two of those guys could go, and you could get some picks in return. But as you say, that's probably a difficult thing. Nobody's probably basing on the offers that they're looking for. So maybe they gotta reassess what they could get for those players.
Yeah, they'll probably lose financially, but it might be better in the long run for the success of the team.
Yeah,
But as you think, you gotta find the right pick for Demar. Like how would you trade him and to who? Because the other teams have to show some type of interest for DeMar DeRozan as well. And if they're not getting enough interest and DeMar doesn't feel happy with, well, not DeMar really, but the franchise doesn't really feel happy with the deals that coming in, the options that on the table, then it's going to be hard to get rid of a player, and players not going to walk out from a paycheck. So what you got is just some asset slash liability lying there catching dust, basically, because that's what's happening to Demar right now.
I feel for me at this point, I don't care. Just do something. Do something. Like just something, man. But either way, moving on from the Bulls, I would say Bruce Brown is a loser of the trade deadline. I am certain
The
he does not want
individual.
the Raptors. He does not want to be on the Raptors. He's another player that took a chance on himself, got paid. I know in a situation where he is on the team, I'm certain he doesn't want to be. Probably would have looked
Mhm.
better just staying on the Nuggets, but I
I
know
pretty
he's
sure
hoping
it's
and
been
praying
come out
that
better.
somebody pick him up. Sorry?
I've said, but I'm pretty sure it's been come. Is happy. These
Yeah,
players
but
like the NBA, right? Once they get their ring, they just want they want to get a paycheck. That's the most important thing for them. So once they get that ring, just pay me after. Just pay
I
me.
can't say so for everybody though. Like
yeah,
some people still want to be successful.
What?
Some people still care about accolade.
Those role players, those players are not superstars. Once they get a ring, they looking for a paycheck. If they could get paid and stay on the same team, yes. But they know that after a
Yeah,
ring,
but one
That's why
stage
it's so
don't
hard
fit
to
all though. I don't think
that's why it's
one
so
size
hard
fit all.
that's why it's so hard, difficult to repeat as champions because it's so hard to keep the team together. Everybody wants to get paid. They don't want any team
Was so
doesn't
hard.
have this
Yeah,
to
go
keep
ahead.
the team together after after you win a championship. It's difficult to keep the team together because most players want a bigger paycheck. They've proven themselves in the finals, and those players are naturally going to command a bit higher salary, but the current team normally isn't able to match that for every player. They have to pick and choose. That's why you never get back the same team. So I mean, like Bruce Brown, he got the ring. He's a role player. He's not a superstar. He played well in these series. His market value is probably highest has been in a while. He's gonna take that paycheck because he has a family to feed. He has a lifestyle. This is his only job. Well, for
Family
most.
to feed. That's get me laugh all the time.
So,
He's a NBA player. You talk about I got family to feed.
but
Okay,
now
what
if
you
you
family
watch
eating?
here, if you hear these NBA players, they a lot of these players sometimes don't work afterwards. They don't get jobs after. This is their only income for some of them, and they don't manage the money well. So they be feeding like 5 and 6 mouths. Like it'd be crazy. So
Bro,
that's
it
how.
can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. But I think there's some. Yes, I agree with you that that's how it would go if people trying to demand too much money. But I guess common sense don't really prevail a lot of the time. Like they really don't think through all the options that they have. Because just hearing you talk about that scenario, okay, you don't want to pay me what I demanding because right now I probably might be in and over my head a little bit. But if we could meet somewhere near the middle, plus or minus the middle, well, I will stay on the team in the hopes to get another ring. And if I perform again, then my pay definitely gotta go up.
If you
You
could
know,
perform again,
but
see that if right people get players get injured, you don't have the same performance in the
Or
finals.
then you
You
shooting
might
in
never
as
get
good.
you may never be
Yeah.
finals. You may get knocked out first round. You might get traded at the mid season, and then you lost on about 20 million extra or 10 million extra. Well, mostly 10 million if you're a role player, 5 to 10, depending on your caliber. You know, can't take that kind of risk. The agent will tell you go for the bag. Unless you're a
Yeah.
superstar, go for the bag.
and then
Well, so
you would
no, he
just
just got to
be
sit down and wait till a team get interested enough that willing to pay
Yeah,
him. Come on,
yeah. He
he
probably
can't
he
he's
just
probably
sit
sit
similar.
on
down.
the practice.
He gotta
He probably,
perform.
he probably
Well,
getting
yeah,
similar.
true.
he
I still gotta be a decent player.
can't just say
So,
no. He gotta put in work. And
hmm
if you were a role player, no, you gotta try to become a star player at a team in order for another team to try to pick you up. So you put yourself in a worse position anyway. So you might get an initial buy, but then your value would drop tremendously. I know you're just a hot potato in the league, basically. Like whoever wants a little trade for something, like they'll just send you to the Nets doorstep.
I
So
won't be surprised if I see him back in Nuggets next year, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he end up out there, but I don't know. He
not
has his
you
contract.
think he'll get back?
They would. I
No
think the
way.
Nuggets would go
Bad
back for
blood.
him.
Once your
Yeah.
production is still good,
No way.
and you leave on bad terms, why not?
But
I
that's
see what
when
it
you
would
have
have.
to
D'Angelo Russell
work
came back as a
harder.
Laker. You heard
We'll
that?
see.
D'Angelo Russell came back as the Lakers many years later. Yeah, a lot
Many,
players do
many
it.
years later, okay, so he's gonna take some time and he gotta put in work. Otherwise,
Yeah.
ain't nobody trying to see him.
Yeah.
And
Quick shout out. Quick shout out to the Thunder here for making a pretty big trade as well. Gordon Hayward going over to that team. I think is a pretty good pickup for them. They got a veteran presence. That team is very, very young. So you got somebody that's been there, done that to some extent, being in playoffs and having the experience of going a low for. So I think that's a decent pickup for them. That's I would consider them a winner too. There had to be a point where they give up some of their young players because they had so many good young players. They did so. I don't think they gave up any of the bigger or the better young players. So I think
Who
they
did
did
they
this
give up?
decent
Who,
job
who
to
did
get
they?
Gordon.
Who did they give
Gordon
up?
Hayward.
They
Give
they
it
gave
Trey
up
Trayvon,
man.
Sherman,
Mickey,
Um,
Davis
Bertans.
Bertans.
and I can't remember what draft pick, what level draft pick they sent to the Hornets. Probably a second round pick more than likely, or two. Um, but
Is the
see,
draft
none of those players
compensation,
there.
so not
None
sure.
of those players. Yeah, none of those players there ain't really. Trey man is a nice player. I ain't gonna lie, but they got so many other nice young players, so
Mhm.
Yep.
they're in a good spot. So I think that was a nice pickup for them, especially for the playoffs. Hopefully, Gardner Hayward could help me to develop some good habits and give them some maturity as they try to go on a run with a young team.
Yeah.
Scouting talent
NBA
of
All Star.
OKC
Yeah.
is outstanding.
Outstanding. Outstanding. They're doing it again, This this is KD, Russ, Harden. This is like another type of those one of those
Yep,
timelines.
yep,
Shea, Chat, Jalen Williams against Josh Giddey to some extent. Like they them on it. Sean Presti is a
yep,
G.
yep, yep.
NBA All Star guys. The
Mm-hmm.
night got some interesting, I guess, new twist to it. Finally, we seeing some participants that we could appreciate a little more in some of these events. Let me talk about the skills challenge a bit first and kind of who's in it. So we got Team Pacers. I think last year we had the Team Bucks or something like that. No,
We
the
had the Antetokounmbros
Antetokounmpo
are
brothers.
I
Yeah,
glad not to see Stanassis on my screen. I am
right.
elated. So there's
So
that. Team Pacers.
yeah, Team Pacers. We got Halliburton, of course. Then we got Mathurin and Turner, Miles Turner on the team. Then we got team top picks: Paulo Banquero, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. That'll be interesting. And
Yeah,
then we
that's an
got
interesting
Scotty
squad.
Barnes, your boy, Tyrese Maxey, and Trey Young. So finally, we seeing some players that are, I
Wait,
should
don't
say,
skip
some
past.
faces.
Don't skip past with the
Mhm.
name Team All
Team All
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah,
Team All Stars. You know what I find that so funny? Them
because
two
Because
Trey
they
Young
got
men,
it.
won,
They got the
Scotty
All
Barnes
Stars
Scotty
and
ahead of
Barnes
Trey
ain't
Trey.
Young
won.
barely make it. They barely make it. Oh,
But
Team
it
All
was
Stars.
misleading because Anthony Edwards is an All Star. Paulo Banchero is also an All Star. So I mean, like they got two players, so it's like it's
Nah,
misleading to a
Tyrese,
certain
they no, they
extent.
got what? Nah,
I mean,
I don't think
on
it's
team top
misleading.
picks, on team top picks, they also have two All
Yeah,
Stars.
they got, but they ain't got three, so they can't call them that. All three of them got the All Star in common. So
Right,
that one in the argument there, but I just find it so funny that that's the
squeezing,
label for them. When they man, they barely get squeezing,
squeeze.
squeezing.
Like
But
we
anyway,
talking
so it
MP
goes.
spot squeeze. But yeah, this
Wanna
will
go
be
out to win
interesting
this?
tonight, and I'm glad to see different faces, actually
Yeah.
more familiar faces. I got Team All Stars to win this, man.
Like really,
Of course,
I feel I got.
super talented.
I mean, it's probably is it the same skills challenge over and time again, the passing, the lips, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they add different rules. I don't know if they're changing it from last time, but last time was kind of interesting. They had like three different games that they played. I don't
Yeah,
know. I can't remember all the details for them, but you had like you're shooting from different spots. You had the passing, as you
different points,
say.
different spots, different points.
Yeah. Um. So if it's going to be like that, I think it should be pretty fun overall. So yeah, you could go with that. With I'm Wing. I think the most skilled team might be the Team All Stars with Tyrese. With Maxey, Barnes, and Young. But I
Big man.
intrigued to see the team top picks. To be honest.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting because they're the to me the biggest team actually. Like physically,
Yeah.
they're the largest team, and
Yeah.
they say big men sometimes don't have as much skill as these smaller players
But you
naturally.
Them
see
gonna
what
be so slow
see what
on.
Wembanyama. You see that sham goal that Wembanyama put on Rudy Rudy Gobert. Talk about skill. Come on, man.
We'll see. I don't think they got it for the full package for the full event.
So who you going behind?
I already said go with Team
Oh,
All
sorry.
Stars.
Who you going with? Hats.
Team topics.
I rate it on that. I rate it on that wave. To be honest, I rate it on that wave. That
If
look like
it,
the
if
most
it,
exciting team to me.
I feel like team
That
topics
wave
has it.
coming. That wave gonna be crashing up
It's just
soon.
unpredictable. I feel like you expect team pitchers to have the best chemistry and they might be able to piece it together. But I
Mhm.
just feel like team top picks is
Where you
unpredictable.
get chemistry
All
from?
they play in
Where
the same team.
where you poke?
Team
Huh?
Pacers. Team
Team
Pacers.
Oh,
Pacers.
Team Pacers. I thought you said top
Mhm.
picks just now.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Team
top Pacers his
Pacers.
pick, but he was referencing Team Pacers.
as they
Chemistry.
have the
Okay.
best chemistry.
Mhm,
But I just feel like
mhm.
team top pick
Chemistry ain't
is a
got
bit
nothing to do with the skills
unpredictable.
challenge, bro.
They're all skillful, different heights. I just feel like they're gonna piece it together. I really feel like
Mm.
they are. I feel like Team
So
All
pick them
Stars.
then.
I feel like I have picked them. Team Top
Yeah,
Pick is my pick. Is my team.
Wait, man, you see, he confusing me because I just thought he was talking about Team Pacers just now. You see?
I was,
yeah,
but
he just but whatever. He
I,
got team picks. Full
All
stop.
right,
Team
okay.
Top Picks is my team.
I
Mhm.
got you. I got you.
I go with the team top picks as well. I just think a three game and it should be fun. And it'll be excited to see a bigger team actually coming up with the win on that one.
What are your guys' thoughts on this new Steph Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu
Man,
challenge?
Steph,
I
Steph,
guess.
Steph has been so bored with this 3 point challenge, this 3 point competition that he challenging the best shooter in the female hemisphere.
WNBA.
To say,
Oh, he's a challenge. Oh my god.
yeah, he
But I
said,
mean,
let's make it happen. He kind of did it. He was like, no, or was it her first? No, she reached out first. Actually, I think she kind of did it
yeah,
and
cause
prompted.
last year when she last year she broke the record for both NBA and WNBA. She scored the most points ever, 37 points out of 40 possible points she could have gotten in the 3 point contest.
Yeah.
That was.
So then
And after that, she was like, "Yeah, Steph, let me really see who's the best 3 point shooter now." So I
Mm,
don't for it. I here for it. I glad that they're
yeah,
kind of giving some exposure to the WNBA as well, and they're doing
yeah.
it for charity too. So as typical All Star like stuff goes, but is it's going to be interesting to see. I thought she would have shoot the three from the NBA 3 point line, but I don't think they're going to do that.
I
They,
don't think it'd be fair. She's not doing it, but it wouldn't be fair because she's not practiced. She doesn't play at that line. That's She'd be at a significant disadvantage. So I mean,
yes, but
Bro,
leading up
if you
to it, I'm sure she
challenge,
could have practiced. Yeah, as I'm sure she
no,
would
but
love
if
to
no,
do
you
it. To be honest,
challenge in my
but
yard, you
no,
gotta
but
play
you
by
comp,
my
but,
rules,
but but then you compare. So you
bro.
would
You
say
gotta
that
play by my rules.
you would give her 1 month to shoot at that line when Steph has been shooting at that line for all his life. I mean, like you can,
She should have been
I,
practicing, bro.
so we not bring,
Can't be
so we not
coming
let,
out here
so we
shooting
not,
two
we not
pointers
let, we not let
and
Steph
saying,
come in.
"Oh,
Eh?
use the best 3 point shooter." No, you can't. You gotta shoot from our lane. You use the
I, I,
challenger. You
I,
gotta shoot
I
from
feel
our lane. If
I feel
if
that'd be a,
Steph
I feel that'd
challenge
be a
you, then Steph got
significant
to shoot from your
disadvantage.
lane.
I don't. I don't. I think they should just shoot at the NBA 3 point line full stop. I call it a day.
Yeah, just
And I'm pretty sure that she
exactly.
will. To be honest, as a challenge for her side, if she's a real competitor, which I think she is, because she called out
Yeah, but
Steph to
you
do it.
gotta make the game. But you gotta make the game fair. I mean, like she
I
doesn't.
don't think it's
I did.
unfair.
I did
What?
when she did that record, right? When she got 37 out of 40, as you said, she shot it from the WNBA line, correct?
I get that.
So
Yes,
you
she
can't
did.
make so you can't make her shoot it at the NBA line. I think that's a bit. That's a serious disadvantage. Her art
I
stroke
don't
really
think
might
so.
change. Everything, the ball rotation. We gonna put a little more spin on it.
No,
Like
if she's one of the best shooters in the world, as she
Exactly.
claimed
well,
to
well,
be,
well, well, well,
she
let's
could
stop.
adjust to suit.
Let's stop this one thing. If she wins this that weekend, she will
I like
never be
this
considered
smart.
the best. I don't want to hear she's the best ever. She might beat Steph. She could beat Steph. Right? Things can happen. She ain't the best. She's not the best. So this is for sure. Steph is still the best shooter to ever live. If she wins,
Uh,
she had a better night, but she's not the better shooter. So let's just put that there. Enjoy the night. But Steph all day. All right, Steph all day.
I like what Mark said. Shoot from the WNBA lane. That would make it fair for her.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out Mark.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Okay.
Martin, man.
But I said
She's
if,
gonna
even
get
even
ham.
she were to beat Steph, she would never be considered the best shooter. Come on, no.
Bro, Steph gonna easily win this.
I
This is
hope
I
right
don't
it's a
that
want. I don't.
Steph
I
don't
don't
tournament.
come
want
out.
to say easy.
I hope
I don't
right.
want to say
I
easy.
hope that Steph don't come out there and play the fool and say, "Oh, he was just trying
Steph should
to
shoot
actually
left-handed to make it fair.
No, I want him
Brother.
to shoot like if he was shooting against
I
anybody
can't.
else. Don't hold
I,
back.
I honestly, I want Steph to destroy her. That's the truth. I want. I don't hear this talk.
So
Oh, shit. WNBA is the best shooters in the league. I don't hear none of that. She has a good night. She has a great night. But I want Steph to go crazy. I want Steph to go
I want
40
you to
for
go
40
crazy
or
too. I
something.
do not want you to hold back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do not
Just
want you to hold back.
yep. Yep.
Oh,
So Steph,
please.
so
So
hands
this,
up,
I
that's my
think this should
official
be
pick.
fun.
Steph is my pick. And to win that on that night, but God forbid he lost, he's still the best shooter. That's not even a debate for me.
I don't think it's a debate, to be honest. I don't think anybody really truly debating it. Truthfully, she might want to take the title if she win, but at the end of the day, the world knows Steph Curry is the best shooter to ever live.
Walk
Really
this
and truly.
planet or to be televised.
All right, whatever you want, however you want, to classify it. Best shooter. Period. Period.
Hakim's the best. We know Hakim's the best.
I can't
Best
take that title. You
Mason.
can't take that title.
Best Lair.
I see you did there.
Don't,
I see
don't,
you
don't
did
talk
there.
on Hakeem like that. Hakeem was hitting some trees Friday night. That's the bring home the last game that we played where one was hitting.
Yeah, I got.
I gotta
I
see it, bro. I
had to,
gotta
I had
see
to,
it.
I had to step up. I had to step up.
That's good.
A
That's
true shooter
good.
after a rough night putting up some bricks. You might
Yep,
come doing.
yep,
I find the
yeah.
farm and was splashing. Put some respect on Hakeem,
I
man.
had to bring home. Had to bring home the bacon.
That's fair. But in the general 3-point contest, we got some familiar faces from the NBA, and I think this is a
Mhm.
good mix up.
Yeah,
We got Malik Beasley, who's arguably, well, not arguably, the stats say that he's got the best 3-point average right now in the league.
really?
Before
Yeah.
before you go on right hands,
Yep.
I ain't call the second player that I see in the list, which is Damian Lillard. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this man has to. I don't understand how he's not tired of being in this competition. I just got to put it out there. I like. Are they paying him to come in this competition, or clearly he wants to get money for this charity? Like he's loving this charity. Must be
I don't
something
know.
because I'm surprised he's backing it again, as well as Cap. But hey, just had to put that
That's
in.
not so. Cat don't do it all the time. Cat, the first thing Cat do it, Cat
He's
win.
done it. He's done it a couple of times. He's not done it
Cat
like
ain't
two or
do
three
it.
times
Cat,
when
no,
he
Cat.
wants.
This is the second. Yeah, I think man win the first thing.
I remember that, but definitely for sure, Damian Lillard. I don't know. Trey was in there. Well, I feel like Trey was in there already
Yeah, Trey
already
was
as
in it a
well.
few times. Yeah,
He didn't win. He actually
yeah.
pretty terrible.
Donovan Mitchell was in it a few times already too.
I don't know. But back to you, Hans. That's how I put it out there.
Yeah, I mean that is fair, but we got Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton, which is interesting. Then we got Laurie Markkinen as well. So I think this is a decent lineup for the 3-point contest. I think last year we had some people that weren't
So
really 3-point shooters.
I don't know why
It
Julius
was
Randle was there.
it,
I
it
don't
was a
know.
construction site.
It
I just say
was.
that. It was terrible.
Hey man, how
Um,
Bob the build out there, boy? Look. My
uh,
no.
goodness.
So hopefully with the caliber of players that on the lineup, this would make it a little bit more interesting. And with Steph not in it, this would make it a little bit more fair and more competitive, I think, too. So may the best man win, I guess.
Steph been in there and lost too, you know. So there's that.
Well, yeah, but for the most part, Steph, man.
Yeah,
So,
I would have loved to see him in this cast here. There's a good cast. I think this can be a excellent contest. Um,
mhm.
we got some. Well, I feel it. Well, first of all, let me say shout out to Malik Beasley for finally making it. I've been vaguely following his career for a while, and he's been trying to get on the 3-point shooting contest for the time he's been in the league. He's been one of the best shooters over the past few years, and has finally made it to do it.
so
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 hopefully,
what's the criteria to make it? And if I'm
I don't even know sometimes because it's got to do with your 3-point percentage, and I don't know what's the other criteria, but your 3-point percentage is one. I don't know why he couldn't make it in the previous times. I just don't get it. But he on a more prestigious team right now, so I guess that might be a unwritten criteria being on the Bucks.
Or maybe you
So
have
he
to play
gets a little
at
bit
some,
more
or
recognition.
maybe you have to play at some on games. That could be it too, but I don't know if you have to play at some on
Maybe
games.
your team has to win games. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think that might be it too. But Trey Young
that
on
that's
on it,
always
so
type
there's
criteria.
that. But I guess
Yeah.
the difference is Trey Young's an all star, so he might get dibs regardless of what
Trae Young's a
what's
box juice all star. I can coin that. I can coin that. Box juice all star.
well, I can't remember what's the exact criteria, but I know 3 point percentage is definitely a piece of it. So
Yeah.
I happy for him that he finally makes it. Hopefully he goes up there and has a wheel of a performance and makes this thing competitive. Uh
He
my money is
wants
on
to win.
Cat. I don't
Money
know.
on
Oh,
Cat.
okay.
Neither here nor there. My
It's
money
hard
on
to
Cat
say.
off the rip.
It's hard for me. It's hard to say. I feel like before I choose a player, does Tyrese does he have a high elevation when he shoots or not really?
Not really. Not really. Yeah, I think that's a big factor. We talked about it last year too. The
Yeah.
guys that don't really do a
Entirely
lot of
so.
jumping does have a better chance of winning. So Cat can be one, Tyrese might be one. I would say maybe Laurie Markkinen. He's kind of jump on his shot a little bit. But Donovan Mitchell, I highly
He
doubt
jumps way too.
he can do well. He's
He
just
jumps
too
way too
much.
much. Yeah.
Too much. Damian Lillard got a different type of shot. He may make it. I doubt Trey Young is going to win. Jalen Brunson, he might be a wild card. He could go either way, to be honest. But I know
Mm.
Donovan Mitchell can struggle as he always has, unless he could just come and he might get hot and prove me wrong.
It
My
just might
mind's.
be that type of year.
I would like to see the. I would have to. I feel like I have to wait, but I'm gonna call my money. My mind tells me Tyrese.
Hmm.
My mind tells me Tyrese has arrived, and it's his trophy to take home.
What
But
do you
strong
think,
performances
Hans?
from Damien and Cat.
Okay. No more all that.
Who you
No
got?
more. I ain't got nobody, to be honest.
Somebody called Wayne. So I'm pretty sure you can take
Somebody
this one
got
from me.
in, but like, all right. If for some reason I had to put money on this, I would put money on Malik Beasley.
All right, cool.
Beasley.
Beasley gonna be beastly on the night. So I got Malik to win.
I see you campaigning. All right, campaigner. I see.
You know how it is when I put on my hat. Is go.
Mhm.
Don't contest. Interesting. Interesting face in the don't contest.
Thank you so much,
I'd be honest. Thank
Jalen
you.
Brown. I appreciate you so much. I hope that
Coming
this is
true.
a sign for the other stars in the league to come and get in the dunk contest. Please win this
Yep.
dunk contest, Jalen Brown. Please. This is one of the few players I would say that in the top 25 in the league over the past few years that actually come and participate. I mean, the other
Yep.
well, let me list out the other cast, but thank you so much. I appreciate you, Jalen Brown, for
I
having the
don't know this.
balls
I don't know
to
these
come and
players.
precisely, but having the balls to come out and do it because none of your other contemporaries or people within your skill level
Caliber. Yeah.
has dared. Yeah. Nobody in caliber has ever decided to come and do it. So I applaud you so much for taking the risk. Thank you. Thank you.
He might be
But yeah,
the smallest
Well,
snowball. So I hope it happens
would
because
you say when Victor did it, Victor was in his? I would say Victor was in his caliber. No,
yeah,
he's
when he
probably
did
better than
it, yeah,
Victor.
yeah. But that's a
Nah,
couple
he's
years
probably
back
better
now.
than Victor.
That's Victor from Indiana Pacers. That's like what
A couple of years, I guess.
2018. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think last.
So
So I think last three, stars I could say.
yeah, exactly. So and then
And
now
I swear, Matt McClung
we
was
got
in the G League up to the yesterday.
he is in the G League. He's on the what's that? Is the Magic G League team.
Which he's on a two-way contract, or he's just in the G League.
I think he just in the G League because that look like the Magic 218. So then we got Hammy Hackers Jr. He's a rookie. So is the pattern has been a rookie, a role player that somebody you know, and somebody for the G League, or multiple G League players and somebody that actually in the NBA. Like
which is not a great representation.
These stars gotta do better, man. These stars
Yep.
is NBA All Star night, not NBA G League, not NBA Rookie
NBA
night,
and friends.
or the
That's
All
what it
Stars. We
seems
want to
like.
see some of these stars come out and do the dunk contest, man.
Agreed,
Yep.
agreed.
You want to see some crazy dunks too.
See
But
Zion,
I'll be honest with
but
you, right?
I'm
I'll be
not
honest with
saying
you. I don't know if I have high hopes for this dunk
I
contest.
ain't got no high
I
hopes.
feel
I
like
don't. I
I feel
don't.
like I've seen Matt McClung. He won it last time, and
Basic.
he no no he well, but he didn't have that aura behind him. I mean, no one knows him. He's not in the league, so no one really sees him play. He's not a
Yeah.
star.
Basic.
He doesn't have a big presence, a huge presence. I don't know Jalen or uh Jamie
Basic.
Hammy Hackers
J-
Jr. Yeah.
Hammy and
Yeah.
Jalen Brown. I'm not even sure if he has creative dunks. I know he's a power dunker
Yeah.
to
That's
what
it.
I've seen. He got a better. I think I've seen him do a below. It was like a windmill or reverse. He has some hops, but I've never seen him done a
Mhm.
creative dunks in game. So I
Right.
don't know what he has in store. If I'm being honest, but it's all about creativity. So
Right.
this is gonna be running
I
from
think
I see
that
him
Matt
running from the
McClung
goal
is
line.
gonna have the creativity.
Oh, definitely, but
Mhm.
he's not. It doesn't give me that star presence. Like if I had seen Zion dunk and do the same dunk he did, I'd be like, "Whoo, Zion boy, all the way." But like McClung,
Yeah. Like I
and that's no,
want
and that's
Jalen
no
Brown to win
disrespect,
it so that
and that's no disrespect to Matt McClung, but
mhm.
I don't see him. I don't know. I don't know his game, his gameplay. It wasn't. He won it last time. It was good dunks, good solid dunks. Like I think the eights or the nines. Like you gotta give it, but it's not like whoa, nothing. No. So it's. I just think they're doing straight 3 point contest, and they're gonna watch
Yeah,
Steph
that's
beat Sabrina.
yeah. The 3 point contest is be start the All Star weekend. Though literally though, that's one thing that's actually got some heated competition, and that everybody's won't be tuned into. People
But
is
you don't
tuned
want
into the
to break.
dunk contest
You can't
because they
break.
know how it could be. But these past couple of years have just been absolute trash, man. And I don't think this one could be any better. But I'm hoping that if Jalen Brown wins it, it inspires, or he could use that to inspire more star players to come on and participate. I don't know if it will be successful in doing so, but
We'll
I just
see.
hope. Yeah.
I ain't gonna ask if anybody got any people to win the dunk contest because it is what it
I
is.
Jalen,
think we can move on
I
from
gotta be
that.
Jalen Brown. For me, it gotta be Jalen Brown. I want Jalen Brown to win.
I want Jalen Brown to win, but I even
Matt
bother
McClung
that
may
much
get
with it.
it. I gotta choose one for the record, man. For the record.
It got choose over Jalen then. Only because I hope that it affects the other
He's a
players
catalyst.
like Ravon says. Yes. I want him to be that the smallest snowball on the hill. So that this thing could grow again. Because
Mhm.
definitely there's been a long summer. Um Market matchups for this week. Well, for
Uh,
last week, sorry, we had Suns and Warriors game, which was insane in
yeah, we
terms
could
of
run through this
ending.
here quick.
Yeah, Steph.
Steph Curry is the greatest. Let me repeat, Stephen. There. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter that God has ever created. My goodness, that last play, Warriors down. That would be two.
2 points, yeah,
The
two
man had
points.
like 3 seconds left. He went inbound the ball, and the man pretty much do a pirouette spin into a 3 point shot and splash it and walk off.
Wait, I
Oh
don't even
Top
know
no!
if he.
splash
I,
it.
I don't even know he saw the net. Saw the rim.
Though I didn't think he'd
Yeah.
look at it when
I,
he when he
I'm
Yeah.
con-
moved.
I'm convinced. Steph is just be. Steph is when he's practicing. He looks at the court, looks down, and say, "I know this. I know where the rim is from where my foot is located on this court. I know where I gotta do."
Mhm.
So when he looks up, bam. Convinced. It has to be.
Has
it's
to be that man is
his
something
his
else.
his accuracy is ridiculous.
Yep. And I keep saying Steph is just not accurate at basketball. He's just an accurate human on a
I
whole.
was
Like,
gonna
if you see
mention
this
he saw
man
that
playing golf,
he did a hole in one. I
yeah,
could not believe it.
this,
I cannot believe I cannot believe it.
he
It's
So
Steph,
probably would
bro.
be
he
if,
clearly has the
if he was
genes
in
or
the
something.
yeah, if he was in the NFL, he would probably on he might be on that Patrick
Quarterback
Mahomes level
first.
in turn. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. But on outside of that game, I feel like that was a big game for the Warriors to win. The Warriors been struggling um a lot for the season. And I can say pretty much since Draymond come back, they've really found their groove defensively, which I kept saying was been what they're missing. Thank God for Draymond for the Warriors specifically. Um, and he was real impactful in this game too. I would say he was scoring points. Draymond had 15 points, almost a triple double, 15 points. I think 9 rebounds and 7 assists. And he's pretty much the point guard for the Warriors on offense too. So if he gets a little bit of scoring and then that opens up a little bit more for his teammates. So we really saw that impact in the game big on Saturday night. Um, he and Yusuf Nurkic was going at it because the last time they played, Draymond smacky head. The reason why he was suspended, and they were chirping, and Yusuf Nurkic kind of lost the game for the Suns because he was pretty much ignoring Draymond on offense, well on defense, for the whole night, just letting him pretty much get let's turning his
Open.
back on Draymond while he
Yeah.
had the ball and all sorts of stuff, which I think was a little bit extra. He didn't need to do all that, but he did, and it kind of cost him to get a loss by 1 point. So if he had paid attention a little bit more to him and guarded him straight up, they could have saved 2 points or 2 buckets, 4 points at least. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
nonetheless, um, shout out for Draymond for having an emotional game and had some words for KD after the game too. After the game was finished, so you know KD and Draymond could be out there anytime they play, especially when there's a spirit to win like that. It's fun to see, and I hope this is a turn for the better for the Warriors. Makes the West is already tight, but I think they could claim their way out of the hole that they dug themselves early in the season. At the moment, Steph Curry's been out of this world as well.
Thoughts, Hakeem? You got any thoughts on that game? Or
That
are you
game, I watched some of the highlights and I got tuned into that game. But like I saw the closing play. As mentioned earlier, like I'm
Mhm.
convinced that Steph is just look. He doesn't have to look at the rim. He could just look at the court itself, and he knows where he is at any point in time. Like he has it. Well, you know the X Y coordinates. Oh, this is where I
mm,
am. The rim is right here. But I said, Jamal being back is clearly carrying the team in the right direction. Steph has been Steph. He's been the most consistent player for the Golden State Warriors, definitely last couple of years, and definitely this year, as Clay has fallen off
A
completely.
cliff.
Uh, Draymond has been going through his roller coaster of emotions, where people are questioning his sanity. uh, but Steph
Mhm.
has been basically himself and even a little better. So to me, there's no doubt Steph is the shooter. He is the driving force in his team on offense, I should say, because Jamal's still the guy on defense. But great game. It was a good competitive game.
Yeah.
I I still don't get why Draymond and KD be chirping at each other to this day. Still, I feel like I thought they made up. I be seeing them on the show with LeBron, the
Barbershop
barbershop,
thing.
the
Mhm.
shop,
Mhm.
and these guys are like best friends. And it's just these guys, just the competitive nature of the sport.
yeah,
Mhm.
But
it's
I just like what is
competition.
going on here?
Well,
But outside of that, I mean, it was a pretty good game. Clutch from Steph. Definitely Nurkic. I saw him a couple times, as you said, turn his back on Draymond, which is could be potentially why Draymond made for 15. But
mhm. It is
ultimately,
not potentially that's way.
the coach for the Suns always say, "Yo, brother, don't do that again. If you see my man, if you see the man is cooking, he get a couple points. Don't give him more confidence. Clearly, it's his night, and you cost us the game. So I would honestly have
Cost me
to.
my prediction too.
All of we.
On slap.
Yeah, boy.
uh,
Shout out to Devin Booker for cooking it off for fourth quarter. He was really Boy, nobody could start that man. He was really lighting them up in that fourth quarter. Um, but you know, Steph exists,
Wasn't
so
enough. Yeah, wasn't enough. But is he clutch though, or is just a few times that these things happen?
Steph Curry, Steph Curry here. Steph Curry is leading the league in clutch points and clutch shooting percentage, so he has to be clutch for this season at
Clutch.
least. I predicted that I had Dame Lillard to win the clutch player of the year, right? But right now, Steph is far wide the front runner for that award, and I think it's too because the Warriors have been so bad for so
He has to
much of
take
the
the shot.
season
You
that there've
have
been
to be
so
in
much
those.
close
Yeah,
games. Yeah, he ain't had a
in that
choice but to
position.
take the shots. I know after the game he said he finally made one, but Steph, give yourself some credit, man. You've been doing it for a little while now. Um, I would say it in the past, I didn't believe Steph Curry has been that clutch. When they go back to like them finals and stuff like that against LeBron, I feel like he shied away from the moment a lot to me. And when he didn't really need a shot, he couldn't make a three. That Steph is no gone. This is a new version of Steph, and he has been efficient and been explosive in crunch time for most of the game. So um, definitely a clutch player. Definitely the clutch player for this season for sure. His stats back it up. So we see how that carry over into the postseason, if depending on how well they are able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Quickly, quick fire choices for this week's marquee matchups. Wolves at Clippers.
Tonight, 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 tonight.
Oh, tough
Big
game, but
Who you
matchup
Clippers.
got?
Clippers.
You
Only
got
because the home
original.
again.
court
Wolves.
advantage.
I got Clippers. You gonna make this happen? Heat at Bucks. I going Bucks. I think Bucks got a better chance of winning.
Bucks.
I bet on Heat last week and they let me down again. Heat again. Let me down
All
again. Let
right.
me
I
see.
guess you like being let down. And
We
then
see.
Kings at Nuggets. I going Kings.
Oh, we're going Nuggets, boy. Nuggets.
Actually, no.
Nuggets
I want to talk
rocking.
about that Heat prediction. I forget. Jimmy Butler out.
Hey,
Can we talk
hey,
about
hey,
Can we
hey,
talk about
hey,
Jimmy Butler back?
hey. The
Jimmy
flame are
Butler. Jimmy Butler out.
the flame
Jimmy
are
Butler out. I gave me the Bucks. Actually, you
you
know what?
on to that
This might
prediction
be
already.
this. All right. I'll keep. I'll stay with it. It's only
This
three.
might be the what? This might
This
be
might be the game
the
where
thing that the Heat
the
needs.
game like the Lakers. This is like when the Lakers beat
Yeah.
the Celtics. LeBron and AD was everybody expected the Celtics to win and they didn't. So again,
Uh,
Nuggets on the Kings and Nuggets win.
on Kings at Nuggets. All right. So what's your final decision on Heat and Bucks? We giving you one final chance to choose.
Oh, I thought you wasn't giving me a chance, so I was gonna stick.
Yeah, you have no.
You
You
gonna
got
flip it?
one final chances.
If you give me a chance, I can flip it because Jimmy Butler ain't did, so it wouldn't make more sense.
See, I thought you were so confident just now, and I'm
I wasn't
staying
so
that.
confident. I just saying.
Okay, fair enough. All right,
I
Bucks, it
just
is,
saying that
man.
might happen.
Next week, peoples. Next week, after the stream, is when F1 engines gonna be starting up. Peoples, get ready for the F1 2024 season. For the first time ever, 24 races in a calendar year.
It's just crazy.
F1 looking to do it big this season, people. Aston Martin built their car and released it. I think it was today, actually, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm.
And it was the first car manufactured at the new facility that your boy with all the big bucks got people to invest in and produce. So that's pretty cool. Looking to see if Aston Martin is going to stay close to Red Bull at the start of the season again. Then we got some big players looking to close the gap. We know McLaren did it last time and basically outperformed Aston Martin in the last half of the season. So looking forward to that fight as well. And we got Ferrari with big hopes coming up for this season. Also Mercedes in the fight as well. So who can close the gap between themselves and Red Bull is the big question. The season testing Preseason testing is going to be starting next week, Wednesday, I believe it is, the 21st. So tune in, peoples. I can mention it again next week when we have our stream, but I just want to bring you up to date with what's going to be happening. So that's been it for the Hostile Bros. Thank you so much, people, for tuning in. Shout outs to Mark for putting some comments in the comment
Yes,
box.
sir.
Big up yourself,
Appreciate it.
sir. And yeah, Hostile Bros out. Hostile Bros will see you next week. Stay tuned.
Yalla.